What if I told you that there was a technology that could help you embrace the worst parts of yourself and grow with them and through them to your highest capability? And on the way, you would connect with the entire universe. Well, that technology exists, and it's the Enneagram. The Enneagram is a simple symbol. It means drawing of 9, and it's 9 interconnected points surrounded by an outer circle. And that outer circle signifies that we are all connected and that we have attributes of all 9 of these types. It's a dynamic system. There's movement between the types. And it's broken up in 3 centers of intelligence, depending on how you take in information. There's the gut and body types, the heart types, and the head types. And for me, the Enneagram was a transformational tool that changed my relationship to myself. It let me see the light I shone forth in the world and also see how other people's light shone back at me. And I could reflect that. And I learned the Enneagram through the Embodiment Tradition, which is a felt sense of Enneagram type that I'm going to share with you tonight. So first we have the gut or body types, 8, 9, and 1. These types are in their bodies. They're processing through the body. They're specifically processing around power, anger, and control in different ways that I'm going to show you. I'm going to do a little acting so you get to see it for yourself. First we have our type 8. Type 8s are in the body. I'm the challenger. I'm connected to power. I'm connected to anger. I'm big and I take up space, but I'm really guarding my vulnerable heart. And if I just let that out, I would see that true power comes from opening the heart and embracing vulnerability. Then we have our type 9, the peacemaker. Oh yeah, yes, call it out. The peacemaker. The peacemaker can be fuzzy, hard to find themselves in the rest of the world, hard to say what they want. I don't know. I'm not super connected to power, anger, control. But if I really step into myself and come out of this haze, I can be a source of harmony and peace and the ground of being itself in the world. Then we have our type 1, the perfectionist. The perfectionist is rigid, controlling around their anger. They want to bring perfection to themselves and to the world. They want to bring purity so they can be rigid and cold. But if they let that out a little bit and relax, they realize that the world is perfect as it is, no matter what. Nothing needs fixing. Then we move into the heart types, 2, 3, and 4. The heart is the emotional center, the center of connection, the center of love, shame, image, how you see me, how I want you to see me, how I see myself. And again, the types do this in different ways. So first we have our type 2, which I'm going to out myself as a type 2, our helper type. This is a bubbly, warm, heartful energy. It's a smiley energy. I don't have any needs. Let me meet your needs. I'm here to serve you. Of course, we all have needs, though, so the type 8 can get a little resentful. And if the type 8 fills, or the type 2 rather, the type 2 can get a little resentful and move to type 8. If the type 2 fills their own cup first, then they become the true source of compassion in the world. Then we have our type 3, our achiever type, buttoned up, a little bit distanced from their heart and from the emotions, because emotions don't help me achieve. I need to go out there and be efficient and effective and connect, but I don't need any of this in here. So when the type 3 lets that heart open, they get a better sense of themselves and their true value. Then we have the type 4, the individualist, deep in their heart space, feeling like their emotions are truer than other people's. Their experiences and their traumas and their pain are so much more special. But if they let themselves see the beauty of the mundane, they can recognize that everything is radiant in the world. I'm hearing some knowing laughs. Then we have our head types. These are our 5, 6, and 7. They're processing through the intellect, the mind. They're processing around fear, trust, doubt, courage. And all of this, they're again doing in different ways. So we have our type 5. Our type 5 is pulled back from the world. They're quiet. There's a still energy. But within their minds, it's like the crystalline structure of the snowflake. There's so much information. There's so much world building in there. But if they just came out and weren't as afraid, they would realize they have the resilience to be in the world, and they can be the true source of peace and omniscience. Then we have our type 6, the loyal skeptic. Our type 6 is scattered up in their heads. There's so many ideas whizzing around, and I'm a little bit anxious about all of them. And don't you see, this is all going very badly, just like I knew it would. But then I don't trust myself either. If they really drop into their own sense of being barometers of truth, they can feel into the field of spacious wisdom. And then finally, we have our type 7, the adventurer, the enthusiast. Yeah, fun folks. They're the ones who are always seeking the next experience. What's next? What are we doing after this? Where's the after party? Which means they're not necessarily present in the now, especially if it's tough there. So when they drop into that, they can actually get into sobriety and serene bliss. So I use the Enneagram for myself as a transformative practice in my life. And I also coach other people to use it in order to transform their own lives and their relationships with themselves and their highest potential. I also use the Enneagram for relationships and couples. The Enneagram is a powerful tool when we apply it to communication and relationship. And I was taken aback when I realized that not everybody is coming from the same bubbly, open heart space that I am. So it has absolutely transfigured my deep relationships and made them even deeper. I also use the Enneagram in business settings where communication and collaboration are so key and so many different personalities can be involved. The Enneagram is an amazing tool for showing everybody that no matter what type you are, you have a gift, a unique gift and leadership style that you can bring to the table. I also love the Enneagram in capacities outside of the personality. I love teaching the Enneagram as a creative tool. I teach the Enneagram to creative writers to help them create characters who are believable and feel lifelike. I use it as a way to help people hone their own creative processes and face their blocks. The Enneagram is also a deep spiritual tool. It can be applied with yoga, with meditation. It's a powerful practice. And now I'm wondering, tonight, if you saw yourself in any of these types, if you saw your own specific particular light shining out, and if you saw that in other people as well, if you recognize types. And I'm wondering what you're going to do now that you've started to uncover that light and how the Enneagram might support your journey. Thank you.